You're a Brooklyn podcaster. They'd understand.
The least understandable roommate excuse of all time. Anything else is better.
Guys, I left the beans on the stove for 10 weeks for the podcast.
For the podcast. I wanted to grow new beans for my bean bug.
I had to grow them for Bean Dad.
You don't understand, it's for beanstalks. My pod?
For my pod? It's a metaphor?
You would think it would be about peas, because it's a pod, but it's about beans.
About beans. Bean pod.
Listen, if you subscribe to this podcast, a beanstalk will grow that will take you to treasures beyond your imagination.
Quiet, it's the nighttime hours. Quietly. Hey, fellas. Here's something.
What is something, Kevin?
You boys know about 20th century women?
That's my favorite century of women.
This is the perfect tone.
This is the perfect tone to discuss 20th century women.
Yeah.
20th Century Women is a 2016 film directed by Mike Mills, a director I've become very infatuated with, having only seen a couple of his movies, but he hasn't really made that many movies. A couple years ago, he did a movie called Come On, Come On, starring Joaquin Phoenix, which, like, that's a sniffly movie. When that theater screening was wrapping up, that Times Square, New York audience, I mean, everybody was sniffling, if you feel me, if you get what I'm getting at here.
Every day I'm sniffling.
I'm sniffling. He also did... Thank you so much. He also did Beginners with Ewan McGregor and Christopher Plummer, which I've heard is very good. I got to check that out. But I recently, just like last week, watched 20th Century Women. Now notoriously, the first time I was shown this movie, I fell asleep near instantly. I consider that a compliment to this film, because this film is the ultimate warm, rapturous blanket of a movie. It fits right in there in like a real night immediately from Jump Street. It is this lovely, wonderful, humanist film depicting these characters that are so specific and wonderful. I believe it's a semi-autobiographical film.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, concerning the director's own upbringing. It takes place in 1979 in California. We follow a sort of young man who has a single mother, who's a little on the older side for a single mother, played by Annette Bening, shockingly, horrendously not nominated for an Academy Award for this film. A disgusting act that the Academy must answer for. And they live in this massive house in California, and Greta Gerwig plays a sort of like punk rocker who lives with them. This who had cervical cancer, but her mother couldn't deal with it, so she found a new place to live, and they formed this sort of surrogate family. Also in the house is Elle Fanning, as a sort of teenage runaway in a rebellious phase. The boy is, of course, deeply in love with Elle Fanning, but Elle Fanning, he's too nice a boy to fall in love with at 16, you know? And she's in her rebellious phase, and that's the least rebellious boy who's ever been. And their house is being fixed up by handyman Billy Crudup, looking his fucking hot, almost famous Billy Crudup self. And the film is just completely lovely and just so direct, and we get these different sections that are told by the different characters. As we get these reflections as like other characters will sum up other characters' backstories to us as we see just the way they're unfold. The score is perfect. I am not a movie scores person. It's like the last thing I notice about a movie. The score is unbelievable. It's transcendent, and there's all these moments in this movie even where they cast direction towards the future, and a mother says like, we didn't know what my child would go through. You know, we didn't know the future that was waiting for him. We didn't know about computers. We didn't know about all these things that were coming for us, you know? And it's just so beautiful and human, and essentially, you know, Annette Bening asks the other women of the house to help her raise her teenage son that she's like starting to not be able to understand, and it brings them all closer together, but also pushes them all away. The way these, you know, characters intersect with each other's lives, and just it kind of builds and it grows, and it's just wonderful. I mean, if you're not emotionally stirred, if you're not crying at the end of this movie, I don't know who you are. I don't know how you did it. You are made of stone, truly.
Whenever you first started, I'll keep this brief. Whenever you first started talking about that movie, about this movie, because I feel like that movie opens with some sort of montage, some sort of like, but the first thing I think you hear in that movie is the score, and that popped in my head.
Yeah.
Just as a testament to that score, and that I also I was in the same place you were. Whenever I saw that movie for the first time, whenever you fell asleep immediately, and it was a struggle to stay awake, not because I did not enjoy the movie, but because like that's the wrong movie to put on at 11:30 p.m.
in the middle of a film production.
In the middle of a film production,
that'll knock out a cast and crew.
But I watched it afterwards, and I was, and the first time I was like, oh, yeah, really good. But the second time I watched it, I was very moved by it. And it's a movie now, considering where I'm at in my life, that if I were to watch it now, it would completely destroy me, I think. So
yeah,
I can vouch for what you're saying.
Absolutely. And in addition to the score, I mean, like a great period soundtrack, you know, there's a lot of talking heads, and people are wearing talking, you know, I'm the number one sucker for that. And it's just, you can't find a more lovely and emotionally movie. It's lovely, but it's not afraid to look at like the dark sides of things. You know, like a truly lovely movie is about like persevering through those tough things. Yeah. It's not actually
it actually engages with ugliness, which
and life and future, right? And like a future that they don't understand, that is coming at them too fast.
That's real.
That they cannot wrap their heads around. Exactly. And like, you know, and aging and not being able to participate in these things, and experiencing, you know, like people not understanding the next generation's music. I know that doesn't sound like super excited. And it's just a movie full of details that like are not important to the plot. This movie doesn't really have a plot, you know, like you would learn in like a screenwriting class, but there's just all these little details that make all the characters feel lived in, that just like you know exactly who these people are, and you know them, or they are people that you wish you had known. And you know, everyone could use a Greta Gerwig from this movie. Everyone could use a Billy Crudup from this movie.
She was explicitly who I was thinking of. I would have killed for a Greta Gerwig in this movie growing up.
Absolutely. Just to hang out with, just to be buds.
Yeah,
you know?
Kevin. That's a good something.
Thank you.
That's not how the score goes. I can't do it, but
I can't do it either. But it just it cuts through me. I don't know. It's just, it really like just like rings out, and you're like, wow, because this doesn't sound like a lot of other movie scores.
No.
So it's immediately like beckoning to you because you haven't heard it 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's beautiful. Go watch it. I think it's on Max right now as of the recording of this episode. Check it out.
I got a copy of it if you want to come to my house and watch it.
Come to Salt Lake City.